I live inside my own world of make.
Hi guys, so today we're going to make a program about C.R.U.D and Visual Studio. C.R.U.D means create, write, update, and delete. So I'm using some, and I already created a database which is C.R.U.D profile and has a table name, motorcycle, and 4 rows, ID, brand, model, and color. So let's start. So first, we need to import a library. Import imports my SQL.data that MySQL client. So this library is a set of commands on database connection that are used to fill on dataset and update database. So let's make a connection first. Dim str as a string equal to server to localhost since we are using some. So this is a localhost. User ID equal to root password. Just leave it empty, guys, since we don't have a password. Database to code profile. Now dim con as new MySQL connection. Str. So now just simply double click this create button. Then let's start. Dim cmd as MySQL command. Then let's open our connection. Con.open and then try and catch. So cmd equal to con.command create command cmd dot command text equal to insert into motorcycle. This is our table name that has 4 rows, which is ID, model, brand, and color. Then values. So now here I'm going to set variable name since I'm going to use a parameter ID, brand, model, and color. So be sure, guys, that your arrangement in this command text are same in your database. ID, brand, model, color. Just like this, ID, brand. So my bad, brand, model, and color. So now I'm going to make a parameter cmd that parameter that add with value uh, at id is for text box one dot text. So just simply copying this for fast, and then our parameter 2, this is for brand text box 2. So third parameter for model text box 3, and the last one, this is color for text box 4. So uh, anything we input in this ID, text box 1 ID, brand 2, model 3, and color 4 will be now the value of this variable name ID, brand, and color, and this is gonna be inserted in our database. So for that, we need to execute non-query. So this execute non-query, guys, this is execute reader used for getting the query result as a data reader object. So let's make a message box that show. We say one item added. Then don't forget to close con that close. So let's try one. To say doc KTM rather. Then doc 399 and color orange. So let's try one item added. So let's check our database. Refresh. So now we have a data in our database. ID1 brand KTM model doc color orange. So now guys, as you notice that every time we create a new item, this text box 1, 2, 3, 4 will not be cleared. So that's annoying. So we're going to make it clear. So going back to our code form and then just simply add text box 1 dot clear and just copy it for our text box 2, 3, and 4. 1, 3, 4. So change this 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's try again. 2, let me say Kawasaki Z 1000R color red. Great. Then one item added. Then boom. So as you can see, guys, text box 1, 2, 3, and 4 is now cleared. So let's move. Let's try to check our database if that new data is added. So we have now two datas, and now let's try to uh, this one exit. So if you want an exit button, just simply application that exit, and let's try exit. Then that's good. Then now we're going to for read button, just double click it and then dim. This is for adapter as new uh, MySQL data adapter, dim cmd as new MySQL command, dim query as string, dim data set as new data table, another one dim resource. This is for our binding binding source, binding source. Mhm, forget. Then let's open our connection again. Run that open and try and catch. So now query equal to select all from motorcycle. This is our table name. Now cmd or command equal to new MySQL command that has inside query and our connection. Now our adapter that select command equal to command. So adapter that fill data set. So now this one, our data from our database will be now collected into our Visual Studio. So vSource dot data source equal to data set, and then data grid view. This is gonna be a container for our data grid view one that data source data source equal b source. So now adapter dot update data set. So this is how to get data from our database into our Visual Studio. So we set a command for query and connection. So connection for connecting our database, and then this query is select all from motorcycle. So which means all the data that we has in our database will be now collected according to this command. So select command then adapter fill dataset. So now our data will become dataset. Then vSource data source equal to dataset. So this dataset now will be putted in this data grid view 1. So this is our data grid view 1, this one guys. And adapter update dataset. So anything that we has in our database will be collected. So let's close our connection. Close. Then for the exception message box dot show x dot message. So let's try to run. Wait, wait. So as you can see guys, our data grid view 1 has data now. Same on our database. We have two data. So now we're going to work for update. So we cannot update guys if our data will be not putted in this text box 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we need to transfer that data in this text box. So just simply click this data grid view, then find the properties, this data grid view, then just click this events, then find cell click, this one here. Cell click. So dim row as data grid view row equal theta grid view 1 dot current row. So try and catch again. Text box 1 dot text equal to row dot cells. This is for 0 since we are using string. That value that toString. Just simply copy this one for our text box 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. So for text box 2, this is string 1. Text box 3, string 2, and for text box 4, string 3. So let's try. Read, then just click. See guys, we have now a value in our text box, so we can started updating this one. Photo form, then just double click this update button. Now I'm going to dim cmd as mysql command. Then let's open our connection con.open and try and catch cmd equal to con.create command cmd.command text equal to update motorcycle seat brand equal to brand. So I'm going to use parameter again. Brand equal to new brand. Model equal to at model. And color equal to at color, where id equal to at id. So let's double check and forget comma, and for parameter again, parameter that add with value, and at id. This is text box 1 that text. So let's copy this one. 2, 3, and 4. So take a parameter 2. This is for brand, and we're going to put that in our text box 2. Parameter 3. This is for a model, text box 3, and also parameter 4 color and text box 4. So we need to execute this. cmd.execute non-query, and then say message box that show, let me say one item updated. Then let's close our connection. Con that close, and message box that show x that message. So let's try. Wait, then this one. So let's try to change this one. This is a Kawasaki. Let's try to make it a Honda. update. So in SQL syntax, check the manual that is running. So we have an error. Let's set. Let's try to check. That's the error. Mhm. Cone. So everything looks like okay. Update. Motorcycle set band. ID. So it's all good. So why we have an error? I see, guys. So let's try again. Read, then let's make it Honda and update. So one item updated. So let's check. So now, guys, our data 2 is now became Honda. So let's check our database, and also our database is updated. So let's exit this. For the last one, for delete button, just double click again, then dim cmd as mysql command uh, con.open, then try and catch cmd equal to con.create command. So create command cmd dot command text equal to delete from motorcycle, where id equal to id. So we're going to use a parameter again, cmd dot execute. So we're going to, we forgot our parameter, cmd dot parameter dot add with value. This is for at id text box 1 dot text. So we don't need, guys, to get all the data from text box 1, 2, and 3, because all we need to do is uh, to trace that ID. So it means if that ID will be shown in this text box, was also deleted all the columns on that uh, ID. So text box 1, so executed, then let's close our connection, close, then let's put a message box that show, let's say one item deleted. So it's we're going to clear all the text every time we're going to delete some data. It's box 1 dot clear, then copy this one, 2, 3, and 4. So this is 4, text box 4, 3, and 2. Cut exception, message box that show x dot message. Let's try. So read, and then we're going to delete this id2, one item deleted. So and now one item successfully deleted. Then let's try to check our database. And also in our database is a data is also deleted. So let's exit this one. So so that's all for today, guys. Hope you learned something about in our program, and thank you.